it actually means.
Percent hospitality at the moment, hotels and restaurants, and so we've had to, you go back 15 years, that was coverings and office. Sound. Okay, so these are it's a polyester fabric or a Trevira fabric, so it has an inherent fireproofing within.
Keep going. I want to show people how transparent this is. This is pretty amazing for an acoustic fabric.
Yes, it's the first in the world.
So you can see my hand right through the fabric right here. That's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. So, okay, so we have a number of various different ranges in this. This is more of a matte finish. And see this glossy metallic-y kind of finish?
Yep, I see that.
This is essential. This is part, we need, this is part of the basically what absorbs the sound. It's the composition of the fabric along with the weave of the fabric along with this metallic polyester all together absorb sound waves. So these score up to 0.8 alpha or NRC, which it would be also classified as a class B acoustic absorber, which is really high for a transparent fabric.
That is pretty amazing.
So within office space, open plan, these can be used as partitions. They can be used, in glazed private offices, and they can be used on exterior windows as well. But they soften up the area. You can add color to the area, and you can draw them if you want to keep it open plan. You can keep them open, but if you want a sense of privacy, and they dampen the sound. So these have, like I was saying, 15, 20 years ago, our business was walls.
Right.
These are our new walls in offices now.
You're absolutely right, because everything is open plan.
Yes.
So what you're not seeing with these is there's a shimmer to this one, which is actually quite beautiful. And it's just hard to believe that its acoustical panels are now acoustical curtains. They actually
curtains. Yes, yeah. So the way that we would, the fullness that we would recommend would be 250% fullness or 2.5. And so, for 1 meter, you would need 2.5 meters of fabric. with the pleats.
Okay.
So the pleats also add to the acoustic because it breaks up the sound as well as allows the sound to pass through it. It might reflect off a wall and then it's reduced again.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
But let me just show you a photo of a typical area where this could be used. I don't know if you...
So here, I'll show this to you. So this is your typical, this is an acoustical curtains. Look at this. Look at how that actually looks like a regular sheer or voile curtain. It's transparent. Up here you can see that also. It's transparent. Is this one here?
That is Formosa, which is this one, yes.
That's this one in front of us right here. That is pretty amazing because I know I get stuck with projects when I have to work out how to get something light and airy and acoustic, but that's stunning. That's actually stunning.
Absolutely. It's still, it delivers that light area and that environment, but it also adds softness. You can add color to it. So it's actually got lots of solutions within one product. And also on top of that then, if you wanted a dim out fabric, that's also an acoustic fabric. We have a couple of ranges. So I'll just show you this. So this is more for maybe video conferencing rooms.
So when you say dim out, what do you mean dim out?
Okay, so this is 99% blackout.
So what he's saying is that this one is transparent.
Yes.
But now we don't want any light to come through a window or anything, and it's a blackout, meaning light cannot pass through.
Absolutely.
You have to feel this. This is really it's soft.
It drapes really nice.
You can actually see that right there, how it's draping. Oh, this is pretty amazing. Wait, hold on a second. The person you can't see, Chad, feel this.
Wow, that is really nice.
That is. So,
and a range of colors, and we also have another range that's
and the colors are amazing,
acoustically certified.
So these are really look at these colors coming in. Really nice. I'll come over here. These colors, they're perfect to use for any space. They're not too outrageous and they're not too boring.
No, absolutely, and it has a sense of luxury. And I mean, this gets used a lot in offices. I've used this product in 5-star hotels as well. It's low cost.
It's low cost.
This one is low cost.
I really thought this was going to be one of your higher ones.
So the important thing about all of these as well is that they're all double width fabrics. So these are all 3 meters wide, and which you basically, if your ceiling height is less than 3 meters, you railroad.
Okay.
So that avoids extra stitching as well on the fabric.
So for the US, 3 meters is about 9 feet. It's about 9 feet is what he's saying is the height of those.
Yeah.
And the widths are?
So the width is whatever.
Keep going.
So the rolls are like 40 meters long. So you can order all of these by the meter.
Wow. Very good. Very good.
Or yard. So they are acoustic curtains. And bear in mind the mohair that I've just shown as well can also be used as an acoustic curtain. Now that is it's a very heavy curtain, so it's for maybe theaters and or video.
So the mohair would be the best for the acoustics?
It's the highest acoustic absorption, so it's 0.9 NRC. Within the shears, the highest is 0.8.
8 is still very high.
Absolutely, it's like 80%.
80%
from a transparent curtain.
I'm blown away. And then the blackout.
And the blackout is a 0.7, less actually than.
You see, and I would have thought the blackout was the most.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mary says wow.
Oh, who's this? Mary says wow.
Okay, thanks, Mary. I'm going to stick with acoustics, but I'm going to show you some of the like Gary said. Years ago, acoustics was a cheap fabric, and now but architects and designers want a bit more luxury. They want high class fabrics. So we're we've partnered up with a number of acoustic companies that basically manufacture the acoustic systems. So there's a number of different systems that you can get. There's the stretch fabric system, which is basically full height and strips 1.3 wide, and you cover the wall. But also you can get, so sorry, I'll show you this. So this here is a section of a stretch fabric system. And what you get with this is that you will have joints every 1.3, but it covers the full wall. Okay.
So, Stephen, so I understand. Am I buying this or am I buying the fabric?
Okay. So we supply the fabric. Okay.
So you supply the fabric.
And then we partner up with acoustic companies that install this product.
This right here.
The whole system.
And then what happens is I can place this on my wall.
Yes.
In this section.
No, sorry. Okay. So this one here is from the end of the wall here. You'll have a joint here, and then it's 140, 130.
Okay, so here. I can have, and then how high can I go with this?
You could go as high as you want.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
great.
Well, I don't know exactly.
But I know that's probably
but within wall general wall height. Right. Yeah.
So that's pretty good. And and so everybody knows it's sort of it's sort of a give to it as we go here, and also it feels like almost like a cotton, or linen.
This one is actually a polyester fabric. This is our crest fabric. Behind it is an acoustic foam.
Okay.
So what happens here is the sound is traveling this way. It passes through the fabric. A small amount of it will be absorbed in the fabric. The majority of it passes through the fabric and is absorbed into the acoustic foam. And now the thicker, so that's the full height, that's the full wall system. But then you have these which don't have this edging around it.
Okay, so these don't have the edging on them.
So basically the panel is completely wrapped with the fabric. Now you can cut these panels to whatever you want. You can have circles, you can have, you can, for example, Google had the Google logo in acoustic fabrics.
Oh, very cool.
Along their
very
wall.
cool.
You can cut them to whatever shape you want.
But when I'm looking here, when I'm seeing this, even the thickness can change.
Yes. So this here is 50 mil.
Yes.
Okay. And what you get with that is a Class A absorber.
Okay.
So obviously, the thicker the foam, the more sound is going to be absorbed.
Is Class A my highest level?
Yes. Class A is the highest level you can get.
So this gives my best. And what does that mean in Class A to people? What am I absorbing in sound-wise?
So basically, you're absorbing from, say, 0.8 alpha or NRC.
And help people with the acronyms.
Okay, so alpha is the European test. NRC, noise reduction coefficient.
Okay.
And basically, it's how you measure that is you in the acoustic testing, they will pass different. I have this is one of the things. Excuse me now while I find this.
What's that? Oh, how about cleaning them? From who is that?
Mary.
Oh, so Mary Hassett, she asked about how do we clean them? Okay. Are they easy to clean?
Yeah, so the majority of fabrics that we use are polyester, and they're all fully cleanable. Obviously, we will always send on cleaning and maintenance recommendations. But polyesters are very easy to clean. Mm-hmm. You can clean these basically as an upholstery.
Okay.
It's the same thing. So you can get them if you have a really nasty clean or stain. Yeah. You can get a professional cleaner.
They come in and they clean it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. The thing about these is that they don't actually pick up as many stains as an upholstery would because they're on the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So I don't know if people
I'm
can
going to bring
see
it closer
this.
to
It's
them.
very small. So these are how you measure the NRC or the alpha,
Or which means the sound absorption.
the sound absorption, is that they fire different frequencies in the direction of the panel.
So they fire different frequencies inside here.
Yes. And so you get the results, and there's a table here, and they get the average of all of the frequencies together, and that's the score.
Got it. I didn't know that.
So
go ahead.
So yeah, you can see down along here, it goes, so 1.0 is complete sound absorption. Okay. So if you go down to 0.8, 0.6, that's 60%, 80%.
And what is this right here?
They're the frequencies. Yeah.
So what he's saying over here is that this here is showing where the sound absorption is, and over here is the frequencies. And you can see how when things go very high up to a 1 or an A, and that's good, or they go down to an 8 and that's bad. So that's here. I'm just going to fix the Instagram people went off of it, so I'm just going to fix them a second. So sorry, Instagram. I bring it back. There you go. Sorry about that. So what Stephen was showing us was, here is the chart. This here is showing us where, sorry you guys over here, but this is showing us where it's high and the frequency is low, and these are ranging right about the A level.
Yeah. So in terms of where you actually specify these wall coverings, I would recommend that you bring in an acoustic and an acoustician. Basically, acousticians can come in and they will give you exactly where you need to position these panels.
Okay.
But if that's not within your budget, basically in a video conferencing room such as this, we would always recommend that there is sound absorption on the wall that the screen is on. So when we're speaking, the sound is absorbed. If there's no soft carpet, no soft flooring, we would recommend that you use ceiling panels then as well. But a lot of companies would specify both walls, two opposite walls. But it's very important to, especially in a room like this where you're doing video conferencing, to have some level of acoustic.
It is, and I've had many rooms that people won't use because of the acoustics. You put the panels in, and then the room is used all the time.
Yes.
It actually deadens the sound.
Yes.
Also, you know what I found is also when I put music into there, it also sounds amazing. Yeah. It absorbs, and then it feels like, wow, this is my own cocoon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a theater, So I think the market has moved on, and architects and designers now are demanding good fabrics for these, because these are not only an acoustic solution, they're also a feature on the wall.
Yes.
So, I mean, we have a large range of various different fabrics and lots of different colors. And you can do some really cool stuff with this to make a feature on your wall.
Yes. This almost feels like a wool.
Well, this is a wool.
It is. That's why I feel.
Wool.
See, these are really beautiful. Look at these. Look at the. Oh, that's a beautiful green. These are really. Even that gray is quite nice. And over here, you can see how these are just really nice.
So our designer, Christiana Muller, she's also a colorist, and she sits on a board with AkzoNobel, the paint companies.
Yeah.
And so she sits down with them every year, and she advises the color trends looking forward 2 and 3 years. And that's really reflective now in our range. The colors are very, very...
It's obvious, because whenever I see your colors I don't cringe.
Yeah, no, I think we're ahead of the trend.
You are.
It's amazing when I sit down with designers and they go to colors, and you know, and they're like, oh God, I love this one, and I love, you know, it's all the same colors, and these are colors that Christiana, you know, introduced to the range 4 years ago. You know,
very cool.
So
very
cool.
She's
great. She's really good. So yeah, we've a whole range of these suitable for acoustic fabrics. For acoustic panels, but they're also, you can complement them on upholstery as well. So you can have the same product.
You can
on your seating.
So on my coat, that is actually very cool.
Yeah.
So I can actually use the same fabrics on my chair.
Yeah.
On the acoustical panels.
Yeah.
On my curtains. Can I use my curtains? Some
of them you can, and again, some of them would require additional fire treatment for curtains.
Right. Yeah. But still, I just love that it's that versatile.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very, very durable.
What I'd like to do is, because some viewers just came in the middle of this, in just to recap what we had. So thank you for coming in to Design TV. This is s.pierce. He's with Vescom. He just showed us some fabrics. One was a mohair fabric. And where's that mohair?
There it is.
Okay, so a mohair fabric it's like more like a velvet, which is quite nice. After that, Stephen also went over the qualities of acoustical fabrics. The other fabric that he showed us which I was stunned by, is an acoustical fabric that is actually transparent, which you would never think. And was this the highest one? Was the transparent one?
In terms of the highest absorption?
Yeah.
0.8 NRC, 80% sound absorption,
which is really amazing.
Yeah.
We also talked about this one, which was 0.9, correct?
No, the mohairs are 0.9.
1.9
alpha. This one here is 0.65.
0.65, which is still great.
Yeah.
And then they also talked about a blackout curtains to use in various ways. Besides all that, I have to say his color range and textures are I wish you guys could see the colors here. They're really, really good. The other thing that I wanted to just on our halfway point is to thank a few people. First, I'd like to thank, what you can't see over here is Chad. Chad is the owner of iPlanet. iPlanet set up all this for us. To live stream, and so thank you, Chad. You can't see him; he's right there. And so if you check out his company, iPlanet, get it? So he can set up your live streaming as well, or give you lots of advice on how to do that. So thank you very much, Chad. Okay, so back to you, Stephen.
Okay, yeah. So from fabrics, then I'd like to just move on to what is our core business. So we, like I said, began in 1971, and our business is vinyl wall coverings. Then we moved into textile wall coverings, and then we moved into fabrics. But our bread and butter is vinyl wall coverings, and you know, that's what our factory in Holland produces, and it's the biggest part of our business.
I'm using that on one of my projects right now.
Cool. Okay, good. So yeah, I'd just like to show you some of our new wall coverings and talk a little bit about Vescom, our design, and what we call our DNA. Okay, so Vescom don't do much pattern. I know there's a demand for pattern, certainly for features and that, but I think we've introduced something new that I'll...
Excuse me a second. What?
Just Mary was asking, is that people speaking or party? It must have been in relation to a sound.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay, so
is do you want... speaking or at a party or what?
Yes, okay. So do you want me to clarify that? So basically, all of these acoustic products are for interior reverberation. Okay, so it's not necessarily, if you put our curtain on the window, it will reduce some sound, but that sound is vibrational sound. So you're measuring that in decibels, okay, which it's vibrational. all of our products are a solution for office space or restaurants, or so it's people talking, it's noise within the space.
Gotcha.
So okay, back to wall coverings. Yeah. So Vescom are very much we design ranges that are textured, that look textiley, look higher end. These are all fabric back vinyls. The lifespan of a fabric back vinyl is from 10 to 15 years. Okay.
Wow.
They're so durable. Vescom tend to design ranges that are textured, good colors. Again, like this one here looks very much like a linen, but very low cost.
So I'll bring this out to them. So these are, oh, here it is. You can see over here. It's hard to see, but if I close up, there is the linen of the fabric. Looks really good. I'm gonna come over to you if you can see that. There's the linen. And it actually looks like a linen, but it's vinyl.
It's vinyl. So that's what we, like I say, we do a big range of textile wall coverings. So we have 100% linens, we have polyesters, we have non-woven textiles, and we also have silk, 100% silk wall coverings. Not every project, unfortunately, has the budget for that kind of product. So we design a lot of ranges, vinyl ranges, that have a textile-y kind of feel, a warm kind of...
And I have to say, Stephen, I've used these on my hotels.
Yes. Yeah.
Because my budget is so thin that looks like this actually looks and feels like a vinyl.
Yeah.
Like a linen.
A linen.
And so when I'm doing that, I just got to get that into the hotel so they feel like it has this luxury quality.
Absolutely.
And I also have my fire ratings I have to deal with. I have to deal with also the hotel say I want it to last 10 years. I have to say, look, I need the colors that won't date. They want the checklist before you know it, you have a concrete slab. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But this is a great way of, these fabrics are great because they're subtle, but they also give that feeling of luxury.
They give a feeling of luxury, of longevity. Sometimes it's to our downfall that they last so long, because really hotels should be, there should be a cycle within hotels of refurbing within 5 to 7 years, and these can last up to 15 years.
Wow.
We have some vinyl product, for our American audience. We have products in Chicago O'Hare Airport from 1979.
No way! Oh my God!
And it's still going.
I could,
absolutely. So yeah, that's the level of durability. Now that's a very thick vinyl wall covering. So yeah, this is Vescom's. It is quite, I suppose, European, but it also, these ranges all sell in the US as well. We have a manufacturing plant in the US. So we also, again, for our US audience, we sell these products through Wolf Gordon, Design Tex, and Coral Seal in the States. And the full range are available. And we're doing, so these are, like I say, here in Ireland.
Really amazing.
Here in Ireland, 60% of my business is hospitality, and this is your hotel. This bedroom,
I know.
Bedroom, feature wall, corridors, and paint tends to be actually my biggest competitor, because it's always an easy solution to paint. Let me just compare the durability of a vinyl wall covering versus a paint.
Let me show the viewers what this is, because this is a vinyl.
Yes.
That's the paint.
Yes.
So here we have, this is a vinyl here. You can see a bit of texture going on. There's the paint. And here you go. There is the vinyl. And there is the paint. It's more smooth. Vinyl. Okay.
Now I'm looking for a coin, and I don't have one. I'm going to use my keys.
Okay. So why don't you go a little bit closer to the audience?
Okay, so this is a painted finish.
And also the YouTubers down there, the Instagrammers.
Okay, so that's every painted wall. When I'm with an architect or designer, wherever I'm sitting, I turn, I look at the walls, and I say, this is what you get with paint. Okay, so you get scuff marks. You always have to be touching up. And let me compare that to a wall covering. Nothing. Can this be applied to a block wall, or does it need? Yeah, we need a smooth, straight, flat surface to apply this wall covering.
But I have to say that there's no marks. Look, he just scratched this. There's no marks at all. And here's the other side where the marks are from the paint. Look at that. That's pretty amazing.
It is, and this is the thing. Like I say, paint is always an easy solution, but a vinyl wall covering will give you texture. It'll give you a depth of color, not just one block color. You can get variations, and durability. Like I say, this is on your wall for 10, 15 years. It's also fully washable, even with bleach. You can dilute bleach on 4:1 dilution and clean this. So even within healthcare as well, they tend to use a lot of chlorine-based products. They clean, no problem whatsoever.
Very cool.
And it holds its color. It holds its color. So although painting is it's a more cost-effective solution, initially you take it over 3 years, and a vinyl wall covering is saving you on cost.
Very nice, very nice. So I'm still blown away by this.
Yeah.
That is outrageous.
So all commercial buildings, all commercial corridors, and bedrooms where there's, in a hotel bedroom, if you had bags scuffing off the wall,
that's outrageous. And this is white. I can't believe it.
And that's white. Yeah.
The key mark didn't even show up on the white.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's cool. What other cool things you have for us?
Okay, so like I say, the Vescom DNA tends to be about texture and color and ranges that look higher end than they are. But we also do digital print, which now the digital print market is obviously massive.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me explain to viewers, when he's talking about digital prints, what that is I can make a custom wallpaper that his company, Vescom, can make. So there was a time when I wanted to make a custom wallpaper for a project, and it was so difficult. It's not only because of the printing process, it's also the ink rub off when being applied. The other thing is everything we put on walls in commercial are rated by a fire officer, and there's laws in the country that says it has to have a burning of XYZ, and so it was this small margin of what I could do. So I had either choose someone's wallpaper, or I'd have to get a painter to actually paint it on the wall, or if I did get a digital print by a printing company, it was just wicked expensive. Just I did get it done, but it was expensive.
Right.
But now it's actually took the pressure off me getting on a budget, because now I can actually do it. We have another. Where can we get this in Dublin?
Contact me.
There you go.
If you maybe Gary, you'll be sharing my information.
I will be sharing
this.
Yes.
So get in touch with me. My mobile number and email address will be on that.
So show us some of the digital prints. These are very cool.
Okay. So we do the quality of our product is the exact same as these. They're fabric back vinyls. So again, they have a lifespan of,
So they're just like this.
10 years.
Okay. And then we have these I'm going to let you show. Keep going.
Okay.
I just want to, when you're with our viewers, there you go. Thank you.
Okay. So this is just a small sample card, but what you can see on this is that we have 7 different textures that you can print onto. Now, with our vinyl, it's like a millimeter thick, okay? Mm-hmm. With that, the depth of color that you get, it just bursts. Mm-hmm. There's so many companies that do a vinyl wall cover, sorry, not a digital print product, okay? But a lot of them are like self-adhesive, they have overlap joints and stuff like that. Our product is thicker. It's designed for offices. It's designed to go in hotel bedrooms or hotel corridors to last for 10 years and beyond.
So what Steven's talking, because it's happened to me before, is you have a joint with a wall covering that comes here, okay? And that joint, it expands and contracts based on how the air temperature is, the walls, etc.
Yeah.
And so what companies usually do is they leave a gap. So you get this white line. See that where they're like a white line. And it pisses you off because you're trying to do this, but they're giving you this, and they're going to say, no, you have to put the white line in. And you just go crazy because then your image doesn't match.
Yeah.
And then you force them to do that.
Also, on top of that, there's other products that overlap.
Yes,
so they
yes.
overlap, and you get this big overlap down along every joint. And it's very noticeable.
It's like a seam coming down, and you're just like, oh, why did you give that big seam?
Yeah.
And so when the light hits it, you see this blip, blip, blip.
Exactly.
And it just looks unprofessional.
Yeah. So what you do with our product is called an overlap and splice installation. So you match the product up, you splice it. So you match it all up like that. You have an overlap here of between 10 and 20 mil. And then you splice it down the middle.
It's about 1/4 to 1/8 inch.
And you peel out the back. You get a perfect joint. Absolutely perfect.
Got you.
Yeah. So it's the tightest joint you can get.
That's great. That's great.
And of course, it's down to the installer.
Yeah.
But you get somebody that knows what they're doing. You will not see joints with this product. But on top of that, we also have one of these textures is we print up to 3.2 meters wide.
3.2, 3.6. That's about 8.5 to 9 feet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, if your ceiling height is less than that, you basically railroad it. You get no joints. It's all one piece.
So what railroad means is when you put the wallpaper on this way, that's a railroad, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's normally you put it on that way.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's basically, you can have a wall 25 meters long, and it's all one piece. It's one big graphic.
Oh, wow.
So you can do anything with this. You can print graphics. You can print photos. Vescom, what we do, we use Shutterstock.com as our library.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So you go in, we don't charge, we purchase licenses with Shutterstock, and you go in and you type in oak forest, and it will bring up hundreds of images. I think there's over 2 million.
So I could take the oak forest, go into Photoshop, manipulate it.
We'll do all that for you.
Oh, you'll do that for me?
We do that. So we also offer a graphic design service. So you just give us the images that you like. We'll do it all. We'll crop it to your wall size, and then we'll send you back what we call an info document showing how your crop will look, where your joints will be, and you approve.
That is actually like if I only had that.
Yeah.
Well, now I do is put it that way.
Well, you do. And then, I mean, you can do anything with this. So like Gary said, you can design your own wallpaper. So if you want, we have actually just launched this book where we've partnered up with,
oh wow, these are nice,
with some artists and designers. So these are ranges that we now have as a standard. And I mean, it's a massive catalog of
these
ranges.
are absolutely amazing. These are, whoa. Okay, so what he's showing us, you know, I want you
sorry, these are my favorite.
Go show your favorite ones.
I love these ones. Now, these are actually designed by two girls in Belfast, and they're called Two Birds. And there is a story behind each of these designs. And I just think they're great.
These are they're absolutely amazing. So you can keep telling me and I'll pass it.
Yeah. So these are, all of these designers have, you know, they have different styles. Some are just graphics. Some are, you know, very nature led. Some of them are given your traditional wallpaper kind of designs. So we digitally print these ranges. Now, also, Gary, with these,
yep.
If you want, with a click of a mouse, we can change color. Mm-hmm. So if you want that black, mm-hmm. we can change that to be black. You can do so much with these. And I think it just gives designers a little bit of an easier life because mm-hmm. they don't have to go and design their own wall paper designs. So you can do that. You can, like I say, you can use photos. Also, what's very popular are what we call elements. So surface finishes, something like this. This is a concrete.
Very good. I'll let you get a little bit closer. Wow, that is really amazing.
So that's a concrete wall. So
that is really, it looks like concrete.
It is. Now listen, if you want real concrete or if you want, you know, a plastered and a polished plaster finish, great. But if you don't have the budget, this is a great solution.
It actually looks like it would be rough.
It does. And there's various different types of concrete, brick, wood. You can do anything with this product.
And the fact that you get your seams right in there, you don't like, oh, I could tell. That's what I'm thrilled about. That is great.
Yeah. So digital printers.
Okay. Where? Gosh. Oh, okay. Oh, is the back lightable product?
No. Okay. So basically, these are designed to be fixed to walls. These are wall coverings, and you can get products for light boxes and stuff like that. They need to be a fabric. You need to print onto a fabric for that because the light needs to come through the fabric. It needs to be transparent to a certain extent. But this is a vinyl wall covering, so you're not going to see light through this. No, sorry.
So we're coming towards the end. I just want to recap some things, Stephen.
Okay.
Before, what he didn't show us was, which I could see over here, what's happening here. It's very difficult to see, but these are all the different textures the wallpaper comes in. They come in various textures, which when you feel them and you look through them, you can actually decide, do I want a shiny one, a matte one, a heavy textured one. So it comes in quite a large amount of variety.
So there's the likes of this is called Delta. It's a very smooth texture. This is what the healthcare market demands. So for infection control, there's no crevices, there's for bugs, you know, this is the most cleanable surface. But then if you want a rough texture, if you want like a woven texture, and then there's the wide width product as well. So yeah.
And one more what I'd like to is if anyone has any questions, please type in because I want to talk a little bit more about Stephen's company before we go. And if you have any questions about the wall coverings, he also went over the acoustical fabrics, the mohair fabrics, the blackout fabrics. You did a lot today. Also, our vinyl wall coverings and how durable they are compared to paint, which is still outrageous here. And I've also, if you go online to Vescom, they have a ton of other things that Steven's not even mentioning. So that is actually very, 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 very good. So is there more that you'd like to say about Vescom?
Just because we have a worldwide audience here, we are all over the world. So we have offices in South America, we have offices in Mexico, in our factory in Henderson in North Carolina, and we have a head office for the States in New York, and we use many distributors in the States as well. But we're available in the Far East, in Australia. So we're a worldwide company, and all of these product ranges are available all over the world. As well, we're very, very environmentally conscious.
Okay.
So we're a Dutch company.
Yes.
And we do tend to lead the way. We've a lot of cradle-to-cradle products. We've a lot of products that score LEED points. So in that sense, we've, in terms of certification and meeting standards, we're the highest for contractor commercial use. All of our products are fully fire rated to the highest standards in Europe and worldwide. So that's... Yeah,
and I have to say, when you're designing, the last thing you need is the wallpaper or fabric that you have your heart set on and you can't get the fire rating. There's no question. You cannot use it. You just cannot use it.
Yeah.
There is fire treatment for things. It's not the same because it just is another cost.
Yeah.
It's another headache. But when someone delivers something so pristine and all packaged and here you go, that is what really works.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So hold on. I'm just going to put this on for 1 second and come back here. Oh, these guys went away. And I'm going to say goodbye. Connected. There you guys are. I'm back again. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're just wrapping up here with Stephen from Vescom. So Stephen, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Gary.
This is our first show. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but it's a learning for all of us of how to do a live streaming. It's my first time live streaming, first time for everyone here.
Absolutely.
And if you send in your comments, if what would work better for you, should I go do a lot more other things? Would you like to see us answer more questions? What actually would work for you? And then as we learn with you, we can tailor our show to be a bit more polished. Next week next Wednesday, I'll send up a message for our next viewer. It's going to be Curator Paint. So it's an Irish company, and they also have locations in the U.S., and it is an amazing paint company. So colors are outstanding. So I'm like the way Vescom is, they're ahead of the trend with everything. So we'll be with them next week. So I just want to say thanks to Chad from iPlanet who set up everything. Thank you, Chad. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you for this. And then thank you, Stephen, for everything. And then we'll see you next Wednesday. So thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.